There's a chance to tip over tip. I find the best generosity can be to over tip. Many times people are working a service job that hopefully will be a step for them, maybe within the service industry, but usually a step somewhere else. So over tip. Thank you for their service. Thank you for what they're doing. All right, let's go. If you are tired of not feeling fit, tired of just not having to focus, tired of just not having the financial resources that you deserve, this is the place to be. I'm Jason Yarusi, and today is our 100th episode. So we've had 99 episodes before this. You can go back and just listen through each and every one, take those tidbits and put them through the action parts for you to get the life that you deserve. And today we want to talk about non-negotiables. I thought that was a great way to round in and round up 100 episodes to talk about non-negotiables. So many times in our life, I talk about 1 second decisions, right? 1 second that it takes us to make a decision to take ourselves off the course from the direction we know will be beneficial to us, but we'll make one decision, right? To sleep in, or one decision to eat poorly, or one decision to have that drink, or one decision to not work out, or one decision to not call that person, right? That takes 1 second. That 1 second decision takes you off your path. Well, I want to talk through non-negotiables. Before we do this, if you find value in this podcast, please go down there and give us an honest ratings and review. We read each and every one of them. It's been very helpful for us to continue to grow the podcast and get this message out to the universe. So today I want to talk about non-negotiables. So here's just a few things that I thought about just when I think about some things that I just absolutely do. So first up, if there's a choice of stairs or an escalator, walk up the stairs. We have all these easies in life, but if you have a healthy pair of legs and you have basically air in your lungs, then take the stairs. There's very few times I'm going to take the escalator. One of them being that if I have my little kids and we're about to try to go board an airplane, we have all of our luggage and there's not an elevator somewhere in the park, we'll take the escalator. But through and throughout, I will take the stairs if there's the choice of walking up the stairs or walking up the escalator. One, because I don't have the patience to stand there in a line of people who can't take the stairs, that they wait for this escalator to revolve them up to another level. And two, is because why do you need this escalator to literally just carry you up one flight of stairs? Use your legs, use the health that you're given into your body, and just put that as a part of just discipline for you and your current nature. Two is that if you have something poor to say, right? An angry email or an angry text or something just really mad about, right? You're really mad about that. Fine, go write it, but wait till the next morning to send. Usually you'll find that the right wording, what needs to be sent, if anything, comes the next day. But typically you've had time to relax and get your train of thought. And usually what you're going to send either just never needs to be sent, or you can word it in a much better way to have a desired result that's just not a clash. Next is that if there's a door to hold it open for others. Be helpful. Put others first. Allow yourself to set the stage for what can and can be done by holding the door, especially for women, and holding that door open. Next, if there's a chance to tip over tip, I find the best generosity can be to over tip. Many times people are working a service job that hopefully will be a step for them, maybe within the service industry, but usually a step somewhere else. So over tip. Thank you for their service. Thank you for what they're doing. And that leads you to the next part. Be kind to wait staff. Be kind to something. If you are around people that are awful to someone of service, then you don't want to be around those people. Remember, a waiter, right? Who brings your meal out there and something's incorrect. Usually there's about 15 people before them that sets the stage for that meal just to get you. So usually them serving that meal to you, a lot of that is out of their control. The timely that the order is prepared, that the order is cooked, how the order is cooked, how the order is put together, how the order is presented, how the orders got to come to the table. Many times these things are out of your control and you're just getting so worked up at this waiter who's just the in-between trying to get you to your result. And that leads you to the next thing. Some of my best meals have been when someone's got my meal incorrect and I've gotten something and I've just eaten it because ideally it was something that I never would have eaten, but I just took a chance. I had like a quiche the other day. I don't even know what it was. And it was delicious. It was great. I would have never ordered that in the rest of my years. But in the fact that came out and I said, oh, I was just surprised. And with that fact of surprise, I was like, no, I'll eat this. Let's see what it is. So I had this quiche and it was absolutely delicious. Don't take everything so seriously. Be kind in your outcomes. Be kind in how you show up. And it leads me to the next, make sure there's an order to how things flow. In our household, we get home, right? And we're going to have dinner. The dog gets their food, right? Then it's the youngest to the oldest, me being the oldest, right? Of how food is prepared and put out, right? Because you have to lead forward. You have to lead by taking care of others. And if you're a leader, you have to lead by taking care of others. And lastly, I say, I love you to my wife at least one time a day, because I know how much of my life has been built and has grown by this magical woman coming into my life. And I want to make sure she's continued to reinforce just how much I am grateful and appreciative of her. So ask yourself, what are the non-negotiables in your life? What are things you stand for? What are things that you draw the line on? Things that you will not allow to happen on your watch? And these are just a few of mine here that I do each and every day, that I take into account and put my mind in part where I draw the line. So I ask you today, where do you draw the line? Where do you start? Where do you stop? What do you pick up to say, this is my life and this is how I'm going to lead my life? And then stick to it. And if you want to have an idea of how you're showing up today, go over to jasonyarusi.com. You get a free assessment there. You can take that free assessment and just go through a series of questions that can get you the desired answer to see how you're showing up as part of your Live 100 journey. Easy enough. You just go to jasonyarusi.com. And again, if you can, make sure you share this out with someone else. And let us know some of the non-negotiables that you're living with, right? Some of the non-negotiables that you set the line in the sand to say, this would not be crossed. All right. Thanks so much. Let's do this.